Welcome to your Pennsylvania Dutch Minute. This episode, we're going to take a quick look at what is our connection as Pennsylvania Dutch to Germany. That question gets asked a lot, so I thought I'd give a really brief history and a little bit of a geography lesson on our connection to Germany. So it all starts back in 1683 when the first group of Germans come to America under the leadership of Francis Daniel Pastorius. He and some people with him coming from Germany landed in 1683 in Philadelphia, and they would go on to eventually found Germantown. So that's the first recorded history of Germans here in the New World. And where in Germany did that first group come from? As if you look at the map here, I have the area boxed in southwest Germany where the majority of Pennsylvania Dutch can claim their heritage coming from. So as you can see, that area is predominantly in the current day state of Rhineland-Pfalz in German, or in English, the Rhineland-Palatinate. And but you notice the box also goes beyond those borders into parts of Hessen, Hesse, and also into northern Baden-Württemberg, and this general area, the Rhine Valley in southwest Germany, because the Rhine River flows right through there, is where most Pennsylvania Dutch can claim their heritage. Now, there are some that, of course, come from outside of that box, but as a general statement, we can say that the majority or many Pennsylvania Dutch do have ancestors that came from this part of Germany in the late 1600s and throughout the 1700s. And one misconception is that we all came, fleeing religious persecution. Well, for most Pennsylvania Dutch, that's not necessarily the case. A lot of Pennsylvania Dutch came to the New World in search of a better life, opportunity to own land, things that were difficult in that part of Germany at the time just because of the economics and the politics. There was a group that fall under our umbrella of Pennsylvania Dutch who did leave Europe because of religious persecution. That, of course, would be the Anabaptist groups like the Amish and the Mennonites. And the Amish and the Mennonite churches both have their start not in the boxed area on the map, but in the country of Switzerland, which is just south of Germany, and you can see by the arrow pointing to Switzerland. They came also in this same time period. However, the first large group, or the first group of Amish to come to the New World, would be in the 1720s from Switzerland, and they started their first enclave, let's say, in northern Berks County, just around the area of Bethel, Charlottesville, Bethel, in that area there in the Upper Tulpehocken Township area. So that's our connection to Germany. Geographically, you can say that most likely, or a good chance, you had a great 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 grandfather or great 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 grandmother that came from that boxed area on the map. Unless you're Amish or Mennonite, then most likely you probably had relatives that came from Switzerland. Of course, with the Rhine River being the main artery for Germany in that time period, most of our ancestors would have got on a ship somewhere there along the Rhine, would have sailed north up the Rhine to present day the Netherlands, where the Rhine empties out into the Atlantic Ocean, and then most likely would have gotten on another boat and then came across the Atlantic to the New World. So, again, if you are Pennsylvania Dutch and you're watching this and you're not Amish or Mennonite, most likely you have relatives that come from the Rhineland-Palatinate, as we say in English, or in German, the Rhineland-Pfalz. Do your genealogy and your research, and maybe you'll find out that to be the case. Hope so. So that's your Pennsylvania Dutch Minute. Check back again for more tidbits about Pennsylvania Dutch culture and language, and we'll see you later. Mox Good.